Well, hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. We're talking about Jack and Lilly Sullivan, who vanished from their Pictou County home on May 2nd, 2025. We are also talking about Rebecca K. Park, 39-week pregnant. Rebecca Park was found deceased in a national forest with the baby cut out of her. There's been recent developments in the case today, and it gets messy. A lot to talk about. Stick around. Let's get it started, Pearls.
I've walked through storms in scars and grace. Smile through pain with a painted face.
Get your microphone out. Come on, let's sing.
They called me too loud, too much, too strong. But honey, that's the reason I belong. Every scar's a scripture, every tear's a hymn. I found my worth where the light grew dim. They tried to break me, but here's a twist. I turned my pain into a clenched fist. I'm an unbreakable woman, born of fire and pearl. I shine like grace in a reckless world. You can test my faith, you can shake my plan, but I'll rise again. Just watch me stand. I've been whispered about and written off, judged by the gloss, not the cause. But God don't build weak hearts from gold. He made me fierce and he made me bold. I bend, I pray, I roar, I rise with mascara, tears and battle cries. Don't need your crown, I forge my own. From ashes, honey, I build my throne. I'm an unbreakable soul, dressed in truth and pearls. The fire don't scare me, it lights my world. You can doubt my voice, but you'll hear my name. I'm holy and hood, and I'm done with shame. For everyone called too much, too loud, too real. You're not to anything. You're exactly what power looks like. I'm an unbreakable soul, through the fight and flame. My scars are stories, my strength, my faith. Faith in my heart, fire in my curls, forever divine. Clutch them pearls.
Guys, give me 1 second. I apologize.
I've walked through storms in scars and grace. Smile through pain with a painted face. They called me too loud, too much, too strong. But honey, that's the reason I belong. Every scar's a scripture, every tear's a hymn. I found my worth where the light grew dim. They tried to break me, but here's a twist. I turned my pain into a clenched fist. I'm an unbreakable woman, born of fire and pearl. I shine like grace in a reckless world. You can test my faith, you can shake my plan, but I'll rise again. from gold. He made me fierce and he made me bold. I bend, I pray, I roar, I rise with mascara, tears and battle cries. Don't need your crown, I forge my own. From ashes, honey, I build my throne. I'm an unbreakable soul, dressed in truth and pearls. The fire don't scare me, it lights my world. You can doubt my voice, but you'll hear my name. I'm holy and hood, and I'm done with shame. For everyone called too much, too loud, too real. You're not to anything. You're exactly what power looks like. I'm an unbreakable soul, through the fire and flame. My scars are stories, my strength, my faith. Faith in my heart, fire in my curls, forever divine. Clutch them pearls.
Well, hello, everyone. Good to see you all. Thank you all so much for joining me. Really do appreciate your time. You could have chosen to be anywhere on YouTube. You have a lot of options anywhere on the internet, anywhere in the world, and you chose to be right here. And I know your time is very valuable, and I do appreciate you spending some time with me. Today is December 9th, 2025. It is currently 10:43 p.m. on the East Coast of the United States. Hello, Diesel Weasel, Robin, good to see you. Lori, good to see you, darling. Joyous, Mamacitas, good to see you, dear. Lily, hello. Anna, the banana, hello. Where the wind blows. We did too, where the wind blows. I am so sick of the snow. I hate snow, and it's not even January or February yet. I know it's crazy. Robin Groom, hello. Good evening. Thank you so much, Miss Joy. Shelby, Mars, good to see you. Sherry, good to see you. Mama Angie, Leanne, good to see you, my dear. CJ, hello. Oh, you're so sweet, CJ. Thank you so much. I can't see, guys. God, I gotta get new glasses already. Watch, save kids. Hello, darling. Anna Banana. Oh, thank you so much, Miss Joyous. You're very kind, darling. Thank you, Mr. and Mrs. Joyous. We really do appreciate you. Good to see you. Carol just sent a text. Hello, Carol. Thank you, my dear. Missy, bonjour. Hugs, hello, darling. Brandy and Indy, how you doing, girl? And Nancy Fleming, Island Time. Who doesn't like some Island Time? Anna Banana. This the way we roll. Hello, darling. Sherilyn, Shelby, Lily, hello, Sharon, good to see you. Kelly, Angel Wings, YouTuber, good to see you, darling. And Golden Star, bonjour. Robin, True Crime Junkie, good to see you, baby. Let's see here else. April Lambert, bonjour. Hello, everyone. Jane, good to see you, my darling. Susan, Hello, everyone. Rocking on in. Thank you so much. Me too, girl. Me too. The only time I don't mind snow is Christmas. Not me. Not me. I would rather be under a palm tree any day. Any day. Mm-mm. Thank you so much, my dear Jessica. How you doing, man? 21 months. Oh, I don't know what that was. I give it all I got. I give it all I got, girl. I do. Thank you so much, Jessica, for your support. 21 months. Amazing, my dear. Really do appreciate you. It's so good to see you, my dear. Thank you so much, my dear. And Lori, good to see you, baby. Thank you so much for your support. Really do appreciate you, my dear. Good to see you. Thank you so very much. Crime Science, good to see you, my friend. Yeah, my best friends. We love you being here, my dear. And thank you so much for your support, my dear. Really do appreciate you very, very much. What did Ginger Snap say? What did little Ginger Snap say? Where's she at? I don't know what she said. There's a lot of people dangerous to society, that's for sure. All right, so we're kind of going to do a two combo tonight. I might have to do some because I could do 3 lives a day right now, and I just couldn't keep up with all the information, to be honest with you. But we're going to do 2 lives kind of in this live stream. First, we're going to be talking about Jack and Lilly Sullivan, and then we are going to be talking about the Rebecca Park case because a lot has happened in that case, and it's very tragic. Very, very tragic. Just what happened, the amount of betrayal. That's the word I get from I mean, all of these, it's betrayal. That is what true crime is about, in a sense. Being unalived, mainly because most people are unalived, hurt, or whatever by someone they know. And it's usually the closest people to them. So we're going to be talking about the Rebecca Park case. Was it the Escalade? I already see someone talking about that. I think there might have been. Was there anybody? Was Daphne or any of them live today? I haven't got to see anything all day. Daphne might have already talked about it. Yeah, Daniel, he did wreck another vehicle. He did wreck another vehicle. Guys, what's wrong with him? Seriously. How do you wreck another vehicle? Like, what is going on? It's not normal. It's not normal. Actually, you know what? I might have a video. So he has wrecked his dad's car, his mom's car, and this makes, I think, 3 vehicles, two or three vehicles that he's wrecked, not of his mom's or his brother's since in the last 7 months. Yes. Then the roads are slick and all that stuff. Who would insure him at this point? Yeah. It really should. Who would insure him at this point? It really is. It has to be. I don't know, Webbs. I don't know. Is it Sherry's birthday? Is it Sherry's birthday? I heard someone saw Sherry's birthday. Not all Canada got snow unless. It don't matter if it's snowing or if it's, again, July or August. He still wrecks them. Probably not. Probably not. Probably not, girl. No, there's been more. I don't think one of them has been spoken about, actually. I bet he doesn't have insurance. I don't think who could afford it. I mean, to have one wreck a year is extraordinarily bad luck. To have 2 wrecks a year is more than extraordinarily bad luck. 3 and 4 and 5 vehicles, something is wrong. Damn right. Damn right. That's crazy. His fault, Justin? I don't think how I mean, I don't see how you couldn't say something is not wrong here. You know what I mean? Like, something has to be wrong. Guys, if you were gifted one of those from Miss Joyous, by the way, please say thank you to her. I forgot to say that earlier. Mathing behind the wheel. Yeah. Well, I'm sure it's hard to, keep the pipe hot with, the torch and everything while he's doing all that, right? Oh, I'm sure. Buying him a scooter, geez. I mean, now I kind of get, remember Janie, she said, I wouldn't let Daniel drive my ATV. I see why, but you let him drive your car, so I don't believe her, but she knows he's a fuck up, so, it is what it is. Yeah, I wouldn't either. Has he always been like this? Probably one of Earl's. Well, I have a video actually of hold on. I had a video of his them going by his house earlier. What did I do with it? I wonder. We got to get to Malaya as well. Found something that may not be anything, but I want to show you. One second. Texting someone. Is this okay. I swore I sent it earlier. Let me check something. Because it was them going by the house just a while. Okay, it's not that. Okay, here it is. Let me send it. Copy link. Here we go. Check this out. Here we go. Okay, and this is from Peter something Bones from, I guess, TikTok. Let me make it as big as possible for you guys. Will let me zoom? Hell no. Okay. We do it like this. I don't know why it won't let me zoom. I hate it when it doesn't let me do that. Look at the vehicles. Let me see if I can screenshot this. Make it like this, maybe. Put a little blanket up in there, didn't you, Daniel? I'm going to show you closer. No man. That was October. Okay, 31st. Okay. All right. There was something in the comments too. What was it? Who is this guy in the hat going into the trailer during the search? Oh, I don't know about that. No clue. Definitely not. Those headlights aren't even the same, not even the same vehicle. Okay, look at this photo, y'all. I did a screenshot of it just a second ago. This was October Halloween. That's a different, is that a different car or is that the same car? And then this is the Escalade. And then this is probably one that he wrecked. And then they got all the one covered. Is that the guy in military gear? I have no idea. Who was letting him drive these cars? He can own 10 cars. Stop letting him. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, Rox. I mean, it's. I don't know who would give him insurance at this time. Janie's car under the tar, I bet. Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess if you don't have insurance, so if you don't have insurance and you're just like, you just have a wreck, right? There's nobody else involved. You're just kind of shit out of luck, right? Am I right? Because, I mean, like, if you don't have full coverage, I'm saying. How do they afford Escalade? Escalades drop their value very, very quickly. Very, very quickly. They're not very expensive once they're old. They're more expensive than anything else, really. Are you, if you ain't got full coverage, like, pretty much, right? Like, it's just like, take your piece of metal home, and if you can fix it, great. If you can't, oh, sorry. I mean, if you got a car payment, you have to have full coverage. And at least here you do. I'm sure, I would say in Canada, my Canadians, am I right? If you don't, if you've got a car payment in Canada, like, you have to have full coverage, right? Yeah. I mean, they would probably, yeah. Okay. That's the way it is here. So I was figured. All right, guys. Daniel, he's wanting to, says he wants to stay out of the limelight. Hi, Daniel. We know you're watching Boo Boo. Okay. He'd be still charged. Yes, you need full insurance if your vehicle payment. Yeah. Doubt he's paying off a card. No, nobody's gonna give him credit. Oh, good, Bushi. Good for you. Yeah, like nobody. Okay, moving on here. Okay. So, let me show you this. I was talking with someone, maybe some others have talked about this. I don't know, but I haven't. So here we go. noticing a photo, and again, I'm not saying this is, I do find it interesting, though. Wouldn't trust him with the goldfish. Hell no. Hell no. Um, this was photos of Miss Malaya the morning. Uh, I think it was the day the kids went missing or the day after the kids went missing. It was the day. It was the day. Look at her ear. It looks bloody and bruised right there. Anyone notice that? Maybe like she's been in a fight. Daniel, was you holding her down? Mm-hmm. Was you holding her down, Daniel? Here's another one. Yeah. She has dark circles under her eyes. Oh, I bet she's been up a while. Into her cheek, her earlobe into her cheek. Like right there. Yeah, it could be shadowing or it could be bruise. I don't know. But behind those eyes knows a lot, in my opinion. Right. But she's clearly 3, you can see the spots of like the bruising and stuff. Like now she could have, just pierced it or whatever. I don't know. But it's interesting. What do y'all think about that? She does kind of look like she's got a bruise right there too. You know how like someone will grab you like your arms and be like, like you see in the movies, like they grab your arms. It's very interesting. She looks shocked. Yeah, she's got acne, pretty good. She's got, to me, it looks like, again, I'm not a doctor or dermatologist, but I've I've been to one enough. But she looks like she's got some fungal acne as well. She looks like she's been through hell. Bless her heart. She's, yeah, living with a no-brainer, stress, dirty surroundings. Yeah. That how Charmaine had to point this out for anyone to notice this, that she sidetracked people, how sidetracked people are with the case, in my opinion. Yeah. Fungal acne, it's just a type of, there's fungus on all of our skin and there's yeast and always on our skin and that kind of stuff. But you just use like Head and Shoulders over your face and it'll get rid of it. Very simple. It's the easiest kind to get rid of. If she used rugs, her skin would break out also. Yep, that is true. That is true. Yes, guys, please hit that thumbs up button if you haven't yet. Would greatly, greatly appreciate it. Mhm. Yeah, a mother, in my opinion, just wouldn't be sitting there like in a daze. She's thinking, in my opinion. Yep. Yep. Head and Shoulders. Any anti-dandruff shampoo, pretty much. I've always thought she seemed to have life trauma, possibly because of Uggs. Yeah, I think, she's, I've spoken to people that she's, getting help, in a hospital setting, right now, from what I understand, and, I think she's, in my opinion, trying to get her life together for, um to try to get, her daughter. It looks like there's a scratch in her hair just in front of her ear. Mm, I don't know. I truly don't know. But that is interesting. I mean, it could be newly pierced, could be infected. It could be got it ripped out too. You don't know. As she shows pictures of Jack having the same bruises that she has and big bruises on Lily's too. A lot of people have bruises in that house, it seems, doesn't it? We know Jack and Lily had bruises for sure. For sure. Daniel's the one that said that Jack had bruises all the time, right? Had bruises all the time. Okay. All right. Moving on here. Want to, yeah. I think uh Malaya is getting help with that. You know what I mean? M- I was thinking about that. I still think there is something with this front door, y'all. Um, because the front of the house has this door and then it's got the door in there, right? So that's two times the protection. Two times the protection. Why, oops, why is why do they do this door out of they didn't do the back door, right? There's this if they thought if they put that there for the bear, right? If they put this thing in the door, whatever it was, a screwdriver, a wrench, a rake, a hoe, whatever, in the door, and it fell out, right? Because they didn't want a bear to get in. Wouldn't you be just as concerned as your kids getting out, right? If you was afraid of a bear in your yard, you would just be just as concerned as your kids getting out in the yard without someone knowing, right? And you would have the something in place with the other doors. There has to be, in my opinion, something more with this front door. Has to be. And if you go to the documents, it talks about why no, and it could be as simple as I know they didn't go out the front door because this thing fell out when I tried to open it or something like that. But again, if you tried to open it and it fell out, was it doing what it was supposed to do in the first place? It's broken off the hinges. Mm, right. So there's, I mean, the kids were always in the yard. Right. Exactly. The kids were always in the yard. But why, if you make it such a concern of the, you know, this night out of all nights or any night for that matter, I would be very concerned about my kids getting outside and nobody watching them. From the experience from the inside looking out, it feels like no way out. People looking in thinking it's easy, just leave. Um I don't subscribe personally. I mean, I understand, Alice, what you're saying. But hey, little red honey. But I will say when you have kids, it's different. It is different. And Malaya actually actually had ample choices to get out. Her family to come and get her. She canceled. She canceled. Um Listen, if my kid was being abused in any way, if there was bruises on us, any, I would go stay with a family member yesterday. Fucking yesterday. Period. Period. Because your kid's physical health is number one. Then mental, obviously. It is our job as parents, more than anything, is to keep our kids safe. Is to keep our kids safe. Now, addiction, if she is addicted, which in my opinion, I do believe that's a different story. Right? Now, if she is addicted, which in my opinion, based upon things I'm hearing currently and have heard in the recent past, and just by someone staying with the math head over 2 years, I think she would have to be, in my opinion. And there's no shame in addiction, in my opinion. No shame in it. It can happen to any of us, right? I understand more so if she was addicted. But again, that's the addicted mind. It's very selfish when you're addicted, right? We've heard Daniel Martell threatened, blackmailed her about calling CPS on her. Listen, I think Daniel is the mastermind of all of this. I don't think Jack and Lily would be missing today if they had never met Daniel Martell. Period. right? No, listen, people shouldn't be ashamed of being addicted to anything, right? Nothing. Uh, we shouldn't. Uh, to me, it's people like Daniel who's like, "Oh no, 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 I'm not. No, I would never, never." Just come out and fucking say it, Daniel. Everybody knows it, and you know what? I would have a little more compassion for you about that. Yeah, brother, I've struggled. I get it. I get it. Everyone struggles with something at some point in their life, whether it's sugar, uh, a relationship, sex, um, something, gambling, whatever. Remember her. That's exactly what I'm saying. Yes. That's what I said. Her parents said they'd come and get her. They got frustrated with her. Remember, her mom got a U-Haul for her. She changed her mind and stayed. So she had she always had a way out. There was always a way out for Malaya. I mean, they the two of them were draining, her grandmother. They found Coca-Cola in the White House. It's everywhere. Oh, I remember that. I got what you mean. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Addiction, it doesn't matter if you're the upper uh echelons of society or you're in the street in a cardboard box. It affects every one of our families, right? And that is exactly right. Yep. Yep. You make a choice to do it. But then the brain it takes over. And now with the math, it's not a physical dependency. It is truly a mental dependency, which um, math it does some really bad, bad, bad things uh, to the mind. It said lots of people are afraid of DM and family. Uh, yeah. Um, I think yeah, I think she's getting help right now, and I'm really glad to see that. No matter if it's mental help or if it's substance, alcohol, drugs, any sort of help, I am glad that Malaya, because there's no shame in getting help. In my opinion, it's more shameful for her to be out here drinking and carrying on uh, at the bars and acting, and sup- uh, what's the word I'm looking for? Just acting like nothing happened. Nobody's saying that she needs to, wear a black dress with a black drape over her head and never smile or laugh again. Um, but when you see a mother who has uh, not as much as done over one interview, um, not come to the events, not looked in any way, shape, or form that we know publicly. That's a problem, in my opinion. Right. Mhm. Webs, yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Hey, Patriot. Thank you, babies. Appreciate you. Thank you so much. Thank you for your support, my dear. Thank you so much, baby. Appreciate you. And thank you for being a member of the Pearl family. Really, really do appreciate you. Well, she is acting like the Canadian version of Casey Anthony. She absolutely is. She absolutely is. And it's one of those things that you just don't behave like that, right? Um it's kind of like one of those, it's like you don't you don't go to the funeral home and uh bring a comedian to speak. It's just an odd thing. It's just not the way that things are. And I understand that everyone behaves differently, but there is a norm. There is a norm, and is there's many ways to love someone, and we all show love by different ways. uh but when that love, the greatest love you can have, in my opinion, is your children. You would, like, burn down the fucking world. uh she's got, not only with one, she's got two children. And that just doesn't happen. Oh, thank you, darling. Thank you, Charlotte. Love you, baby. Appreciate you, Mama Citas. How you doing? Thank you so much, Mama. Appreciate you. And thank you so much for being a member here on the Pearl family. Good to see you, my dear. Oh, since we wondered where you are, honey. I hope everything's okay. Hope you do, baby. Yeah. Do you think she would be double the effort, crying and looking? Well, I mean, put her. She didn't even say, "Here's Meadow, hold Meadow while I go look." She didn't even knock on Janie's door. You know what I mean? To me, that's a little weird. It's a little weird to me, if you ask me. That so I don't know. It's a very complicated. Well, yeah, I mean, she's technically lost 3, but I believe she's, getting, professional help, uh, not only for herself, but also for Meadow as well. Um, I believe him for what he had shown. I blame him for what he's, had shown us the last 7 months. No, I mean, I don't think you can, I think everyone, we're all responsible for our own actions. Um, but, Daniel's just a compulsive liar. just the biggest liar that one can imagine. Yes, Terry. Uh, another one. He wrecks the cars. The beach photo. I know. People was like, when I first put that beach photo out, I had a source, and I had a really good fucking source on that. But people's like, oh, a lot of the other people, they were like, that is not her right now. That's not her. That's not her. It's like, okay, we'll see about that. I think he's a serious nutcase, but nothing passes him. I think Daniel's a sneaky little slimy thing. I agree. She was probably threatened, but she was complicit. Absolutely. Hmm. I also think there becomes I think it depends on a person's personality too, but anyone can be conditioned as well, right? You can be with someone for so long, and the days turn into weeks, and the weeks turn into years, and you can be conditioned as well. Now, was she conditioned? I don't know. I think things started getting really bad probably right before CPS was there in December. But I think when December happened, that's when things really changed. Hey, Simply Tina Marie, how you been, darling? Good to see you. Thank you so much. Justin, can you refresh my memory? Where is Jack and Lily's dad? Thanks, I don't know. Oh, thank you so much, Tina, and thank you for being a member. So, Jack and Lily's dad, bio dad, he lives relatively close there. His mother, Jack and Lily's grandmother from the bio dad side, her name is Belinda, and she comes in here quite a bit. Belinda has done a lot she's been the only one that I'd say, in my opinion, to be honest, from any side of the family, like wholeheartedly. Good person. But her son, Jack and Lily's bio father, when he struggled with his own addiction, and whenever Malaya got with Daniel, they went to court and all that, and he had paid child support up until he had lost his job, maybe 6-7 months before Jack and Lily vanished. But he's around there, but he has pretty much had nothing to do with Jack and Lily, kind of, and that's kind of the way Malaya wanted it, to be honest with you. And he just kind of backed away once Malaya and Daniel got together. So yeah, but he's around there. He's around there. If you have any other specific questions, I can try to answer it better for you. I'm hoping after getting some help that she will have a supportive staff that will talk. Has he ever been to jail? He's might have had some little run-ins, nothing major. Not that I no, well, I don't know. Belinda said he hasn't been in jail, I think. Because remember, everyone was saying that he was in jail for this and for that. Yeah, there we go. I remember that. Yeah, no criminal record. Because everyone's like, oh, he's been in jail and all this. And Belinda's like, no, he hasn't. Oh, is Daniel? No. Daniel doesn't have a criminal record either that I'm aware of. But, there's that. Belinda said he's never been to jail. Maybe Malaya felt beaten down after 2 deadbeat guys. Yeah, I mean, she knows how to pick them. She knows how. I mean, Belinda's, it's if you struggle with something in life, I think you need someone that understands you, or is compassionate toward with what you struggle with, but that doesn't have the same struggles as you do. That way they can uplift you when you're struggling, and you can uplift them when they're struggling with whatever they struggle with. Because it's really hard for 2 people to be addicted, and stay together like that, especially when they're first getting clean. It's really difficult. I could have sworn Cody was on Facebook. He might have been. You know what I mean? If his family runs the town with beer, make it make sense. He doesn't. Think I don't think anyone's really scared of Mr. Martell, maybe other than his breath or something, but that's about it. Self-defense saved my life twice. Yeah. Well, yeah, over matters. I mean, and that's the thing. This is the thing, though. You've got to be smart. Nobody's an asshole when you first meet them, right? Nobody's an asshole when you first meet them and stuff. But early on, there will be warning signs. There will be warning signs, and you got to look at those. You got to look at those. Love bombing Israel. Yeah. Well, and just, if they're too jealous as well. Daniel didn't want Malaya to work, and a lot of people's like, well, that's great. That's great. And if she didn't want to work, that's fine. There are people that don't want to work. But if she did want to work, would that have been a problem? Yes, because she'd have been called everything under the sun. Right? So there's that. There's that. I just pray these children are found. Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, Daniel's the biggest liar that God ever stretched a piece of skin over, in my opinion, as far as that goes. Okay, here. So we'll move back to that in a second. But first, I want to show you what's going on in Rebecca's case. Thank you, Miss April. Good to see you, baby. Thank you so much. Thank you, baby. Appreciate you. Put Amazon on, and my text was texting my friend. Oh, you're fine, honey. No worries. No worries. Char, so true. Lived it and survived it, but it's scary to be love bombed as it turns to control and anger and all that. Yeah. Okay. All right. So I want to talk to you guys about Rebecca's case, because, guys, we learned a lot today in this courtroom. Let me show you how it kind of started out, though. Before, damn, what did I do? Before Rebecca was found, her, look at this, her fiance, who is a registered S offender. This was November 3rd, so a little over a month ago. Rebecca Park, a 22-year-old woman who was about 38 or 39 weeks pregnant at the time, is reported missing out of Boone Township. It would be reported later that she was last seen getting into a dark-colored vehicle. All was a lie. Was a flat-out lie. This is a horrible case, guys. Look at this.
More details tonight as the search continues in Wexford County for deputies.
Let me find it.
To her family's fear.
Just keep telling myself.
Now, this is Richard Fowler, who is a RSO. Hold on. There's another sound here. Okay. Sorry. This is Richard Fowler, who is an RSO. This is Rebecca's fiance and baby daddy. He's an RSO, and he was with Cortney Bartholomew, Rebecca's bio mother that she had was not raised by, but she had became reacquainted as she got an adult. And this Richard Fowler, again, RSO, and dated Cortney's bio mother at some point. And look at him. This man had already allegedly participated and taken part, allegedly, in some way, shape, or form, allegedly, of unaliving his fiance and his child, his unborn child. It's look how he acts.
Every minute that she's gonna be found, her and the little man are gonna be safe, okay. Having problems sleeping because for the last 2 years, every night, she's the one I was laying in bed next to.
Fowler says he knew something was wrong right away.
Now remember, they met, they all got together, took her to a federal park, stabbed her while I've got the arrest affidavit too right now. As they were, which we're going to learn a lot here in a minute. Trigger. After they stabbed her, she was still alive, and they cut her baby out of her.
I tried to call her a few times because I didn't get no messages, call from her, nothing. And it's just not like her because we're together 99% of the time. When we're not, you can ask anybody. We're always on our phones messaging each other.
Well, then why wasn't you that day? Imagine your mother unaliving you, your stepfather unaliving you, your fiance unaliving you, and your sister unaliving you while you're 39 weeks pregnant They take you to a federal national park, take you out in the woods, stab you, and then cut your baby out. Talk about betrayal.
Letting us know, each other know what's going on.
It's so
Friends
bad.
say Rebecca never went anywhere alone, and if something didn't feel right, she had a plan.
I would, I know that Rebecca don't go nowhere by herself. I know that me and Rebecca and Paige have had a thing in mind for at least 6 years now, that if something was to go wrong, we have Rebecca's okay to call the cops and have them come look for her.
Now, they're pleading for anyone with information to come forward. A reward of $10,000 is now in place for information that helps bring Rebecca Park home safely. In Wexford County, Tony Lundy, Up North Live News.
If you have any information, call Wexford County Central Dispatch, or you can use the Silent Observer. We have the contact information posted on our website, upnorthlive.com.
Crap, sorry, I was muted. I didn't realize I was muted. And then Cortney Bartholomew. Amazon. You are the best, Beth. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I love you. I think the current motion is leaning rewards money. About the baby? Is that what you mean? So there's new talk about the baby, and the mother, Cortney Bartholomew, admits to cutting the unborn baby from Rebecca Park while she was alive, the affidavit says. And I'm going to do a video on the full affidavit. I might do a whole live stream on it. But here we go. Here we go. Up north, 9 and 10.
Set this over for another probable cause conference after 30 days to run with Ms. Bartholomew.
Cortney and Bradly Bartholomew.
Here's the evil.
The biological mom and stepfather accused in the torture and murder of Rebecca Park and her infant, appearing in court today. Now, what played out inside the courtroom today could be called routine as the case continues through the steps of the legal process. But documents describing the crimes the Bartholomews are charged with are giving us a glimpse into some disturbing new details. The documents provided by the court after we filed a Freedom of Information Act request reveal what investigators believe are the graphic final moments of 22-year-old Rebecca Park. Our report tonight from Tony Lundy comes with a warning to our viewers because they are very difficult to hear.
22-year-old Rebecca Park was reportedly last seen on November 3rd entering a vehicle outside her biological mother's house. She was reported missing the next day. A week later, law enforcement gave the community the green light to search the Manistee forest, as long as it didn't disrupt their investigation. And on November 14th, volunteers began their search.
And to have that person ripped from you, it really tears at my heart. I want to bring closure to her and her family.
Ironically, we now know that Rebecca was already dead when that search was taking place. According to probable cause documents, Rebecca was killed on Monday, November 3rd. Her body was found by a volunteer searcher on Tuesday, November 25th. We learned Tuesday through probable cause documents that Cortney Bartholomew told investigators that Rebecca was conscious when she cut the baby out and that Bradly was holding a knife to her throat. She went on to say in those documents that she tried to tie off the umbilical cord the best she could, and that when the baby was out, Bradly slit her throat. Investigators say it was Bradly Bartholomew who took them to the spot this all happened and told them that the baby never took a breath and he never heard the baby cry. Bradly also said he and Cortney put the baby in a GFL garbage tote at a house north of their residence. Both Cortney and Bradly Bartholomew are facing multiple charges, including torture and murder, and some are describing the crimes as evil personified. In Wexford County, Tony Lundy, Up North Live News.
Now you can see the documents on our website,
I've got the
upnorthlive.com.
But there was also the court records allege Kimberly Park aimed to derail investigation into their sister's Rebecca Park's case, tried to derail it. Rebecca Park's mother allegedly had an affair with the pregnant daughter's fiance before her murder. By the way, yes, look at this. Rebecca Park's mother and sister was sleeping with her fiance again. Bad. This is the probable cause. Let's see here. Let me see here. Let's see here. Where it talks about where they took the baby. Let's see here. Kimberly, they played another voice message from Cortney and Bartholomew. I'll find it in just a second. Hold on. I'll find it in just 1 second. I just got to look at this. But this was today. This was today as well. This was. Oh, this is Cortney and Bradly. Today, it's bad. This is the state over here, the prosecutor.
Appearances, counsel.
Joanna Carey for the people.
Thank you, Your Honor. Patrick Cherry on behalf of Mrs. Park.
Okay, and this is Cortney's or Rebecca's sister.
Thank you. And we are here for a probable cause conference. Counsel, I'm assuming there is no resolution in this case.
There is no resolution, Your Honor, and we would ask, I assume it's both of us asking that this matter be reset. We still do not have discovery, and it has not been provided to the defense.
Mr. Chair.
That's correct, Your Honor. I've never had an issue getting discovery from Ms. Carey's office before. I'm curious as to what's taking law enforcement so long to get me a recording of the interview or things like that, and certainly I'm sure Ms. Carey will get on them in the next week to do that. But because I don't have the discovery, there's nothing for us to discuss yet, so I think we have to adjourn the hearing.
I understand. The court is well aware of the complexity of this case and the number of agencies involved with the investigation. Ms. Carey, Mr. Cherry, how long do you want to adjourn the probable cause conference?
Your Honor, if I can just get the allegations in this case, separate from the Bartholomew cases, is an interview that occurred on November 28th. If I can get that recording and the police report, that would get us started a long way towards our conversations, I think, without having to get into all of the follow-up investigation that relates to Bartholomew's. So that shouldn't take too long, I wouldn't think.
Ms. Carey.
I'm going to ask for, I know the holidays are coming up as well, so I don't want to prolong it too long. If we set it for, I have a conflict on the 22nd or 23rd, whatever that Tuesday is. So if we could do it on a different day that week, I can check with law enforcement and see how much longer they think it's going to take to get those items and try to get it in.
Ironically, when I opened my email app to check my calendar, I have the evidence email for this case. So
it must have come in this morning.
maybe this,
So,
if we could set it out a week.
so we will reset this then for, do we have time on the 15th? Yeah, came in at 10:48.
Okay, I found the part.
Miscarried.
I found it.
We
One
just
second.
had an assistant agent doing this. Is she on this case?
I believe she's on the child support matter.
Probably.
Require a GPS tether. She doesn't need to go and get that taken care of. That's my understanding. A contact order was.
I think they let her out.
Correct.
Look at old bitch come in here. Watch this. Oh, bitch, walk. You walk. Get out of that fucking wheelchair. Don't act like you're some feeble old whore. Get out of there. You had no problem dragging your daughter in the woods, stabbing her, and taking your grandbaby out.
This is case
This woman
number
she is evil
254-994
personified. She
at
really
5
is.
People, State of Michigan versus Cortney and Bradly
Like,
Bartholomew.
it makes me
Parents'
nauseous.
Joanna Carey for the people.
Good morning, Your Honor. Tracy Deinhardt here on behalf of Ms. Bartholomew, who's present and seated to my right.
Thank you. You may
Last week during court, she probably is. She's probably got so much drugs in her she'll detoxify for about, I don't know, 6 weeks. Oh, Sarah, you have no. It's that she last week she thought she was going to get bail. She's like, but judges like stop, or something like that.
we are here for a probable cause conference. Before we get to that, I will note
I'm going to read
that
that. You guys are going to
amended
flip
complaint.
when you hear what I
I
have
know
to
we
read in a
addressed
minute.
this
You're
when
going to
we arranged,
flip.
Ms. Bartholomew on the first amended complaint, and that was adding the phrase "and or" to the venue. I arraigned her on the first amended complaint based on the "and or," but I'll just note for the file that that has for the record that that second amendment has now been filed. As I said, we're here for a probable cause conference. Again, I'm assuming there's no resolution in this case. Am I accurate on that?
Correct.
That's correct, Your Honor.
I know.
I don't give a damn if she's got one leg. I don't give a damn if she got 3 toes. Walk, bitch. Walk. No. You was a badass when you murdered your daughter, allegedly. Walk, bitch.
Has been still in the process of being put together.
Evil
Ms. Carey,
personified.
Any request to it?
Yes, I would request that this be set out.
Any objections to that?
Your Honor, I have
What
no
choice?
objection to that. I have discussed the set out with my
was
client.
this?
We would waive any 21 days in this case pursuant to the court rules. There are some ongoing conversations that are being had with the prosecution, and we do anticipate that prior to any preliminary examinations in this case, there will be some motions filed in anticipation of that hearing. So we would ask
She stole the $2,000 from the kids and from
for
her
this to be
inheritance.
adjourned out for approximately 3 months.
For PCC, 3 months?
It's a damn sure.
I would say 30 days for a PCC,
Okay.
Your Honor.
All right.
Let me rephrase that. Thank you.
Any objection, Ms. Carey?
That's
No.
exactly what I said, Patriot. She walked.
Based on the
her
stipulation, we
daughter.
will set this out for a new PCC after 30 days.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Anything else for the record?
Not at this time, Your Honor.
Ms. Carey?
No, thank you.
All right, and then here's
All right, this is the case of Pictou State of Michigan versus Bradly and Bartholomew. Case
All right, let me read this probable cause to you guys. I want to give you a trigger warning. Well, she's there was 4 people there. Or she wasn't alone. Hell no. But I believe it was her. Okay. Okay, listen to this, guys. Okay, this is her autopsy. Her autopsy was conducted at the Western Michigan University by Dr. Christian James and was attended by Deputy Alexis Howard. There was 6 sharp force wounds in Park's back, 2 on the upper right arm, 1 in the left trapezus, 2 in the neck, and at least 2 on the face. The right side of her face also had lacerations and was irregular around the cheek as well. The wounds of the neck, as described as superficial and do not penetrate muscle or harm any vascular. Most of the wounds to the torso are also contained in soft tissue. 1 to the back enters the left where was I? It was in her chest and it misses the lung. 1 of the right side of the back enters the other side of the chest, and it does not penetrate in the upper lining lobe and cause large thrombosis. All major vessels are intact. Rebecca Park's abdomen had incision wounds. The placenta was hanging from the open abdominal wound with attached umbilical cord, and the fetus was absent. The abdomen incision transcended from colon and the small bowel. There was also a thin film of blood over her left cerebral hemisphere, and okay, it doesn't really mean that. Okay, this is where I want to. Okay, so Bradly is the stepfather. Listen to what he says he did. Yes, she was, Cassie. When you're pregnant, you have obviously more blood as well. Okay. Bradly was put on notice that Rebecca's death is a homicide, and that this homicide investigation, and that there can't be any more lies. Bradly was read his Miranda rights at the Wexford County Miranda warning card. He confronted his understanding with the rights explained to him, and he agreed to speak with detectives at the time. Bradly reported his knowledge that Cortney went to get Rebecca and came to the house to get Tide Pods, and that he was were supposed to get ice cream. Bradly said that he was at the house with Brentley. He admitted that he lied during the first interview about being at the residence because of his S-offender registry status. Remember, stepdad's a RSO too. Bradly is told that S-offender violations are small in comparison to a homicide, and he says at the time that he didn't know this was a homicide. He reported that Cortney had backed out of the driveway with the Ford Escape, and then she came back. He said that at the time he had no idea where Rebecca was. He said he knew Cortney left with the white Ford and then came back. He reported that Cortney had told him that she and Rich Fowler, which is Rebecca's fiance, he's also her RSO, the dad of this child, the unborn child, were in the white Ford and that they had a disagreement and there was blood on the dash. Cortney asked Bradly to clean it up, which he reported that he went out and wiped it down. He said that he didn't see any blood on the floor or in the seats, just spattered on the dash. He described that later there was white paint on the seat and Cortney asked him to remove the seat covers, which he confirmed that he did. He said he was unsure what she did with them, if they were thrown in the burn barrel of the trash. Remember, they took those burn barrels in evidence. Next, he said that Cortney was talking to him and how she and Rich did something horrible, but she wouldn't tell. He claimed that once the story of Rebecca came out of her missing, he began to put two and two together. Bradly reported that Cortney threatened that if he said anything, she would make his life hell. Bradly identified that Cortney had tried to stab him with scissors in the past and was charged with assault, but the case was dismissed. Bradly clarified that Cortney had told him about something bad happening 5 or 6 days before Rebecca was missing, but he claimed he wasn't sure what bad thing had been that was done. What bad was done. When asked about the story about the baby in the NICU at DeVoice, Bradly identified that she was supposedly abducting a baby and he didn't see how she could do to her status of being a S offender. Okay. Bradly said that Cortney was alone when she got into the white Ford and left on South 21.5 Road, and that she returned approximately 15 minutes later. He stated that he was sent a text Cortney to see if she needed him to come outside for anything, and she responded in the affirmative. It was now that he said Cortney reported getting into a fight with Rich. Bradly said he never observed Rich on this date and that he did not observe an injury to Cortney. Returning to the something bad topic, Bradly was asked to continue that topic. He identified that Cortney is all over TikTok and Kimberly was all over Cortney is all over TikTok and that Kimberly was over to use Escape to deliver was over to use Escape to deliver newspapers. I don't understand. I mean, I get it, but it doesn't make sense. He confirmed that Kimberly left personal items in the Escape and identified that she did this all the time. Okay, when they began to drill down on questions, he said that Cortney was constantly talking to Rich. He agreed that she also constantly talked to Kimberly. He reported that he can't hear the conversations as they were taking place by text. He only knows it because he sees their name on the phone. Bradly is then confronted with records from carriers by T-Mobile and Verizon. He was asked about Cortney's phone that he had previously said was no longer going to have service. Bradly identified this service restored, was aware that she had conducted a factory reset on her phone. He was notified that the factory reset does not prevent access to records and are maintained by the carrier. These people are dumb as hell. Okay. Let me get to, I thought that was the part. Okay. Bradly reported being upset when Kimberly was on the internet saying that Cortney was responsible for making a statement that he doesn't understand. How could anyone do this to a pregnant lady? He answered that he believes that Cortney and Rich would be able to do something like this. When asked for what purpose, he gave different possibilities. Bradly agreed that he believes Cortney is capable of slicing open her own blood, taking a baby, and agreed that Cortney is obsessed with wanting another baby in her care and custody. He also agreed that it is a good possibility she could attack Rebecca and cut the baby out of her. My God. Guys, if you're just joining us, please do me a favor and hit that thumbs up button. Would greatly, greatly appreciate it. Well, I think they said, which we're going to get to it, I think they put the baby in a cooler on ice. You just took the words out of my mouth, Roxy. She didn't even raise the one she had. And she kills her adult child. Unbelievable. Okay. Let me see here. This is when they took Rebecca to the hospital and all that. It's like 18 pages, but I'm going to read all of it in a upcoming live, but Cortney reported that Bradly had put $15 worth of okay, here it is. Okay. Cortney said her phone was taken about she renewed. Sergeant Voss again told her we need to know what she knows to take to the prosecutor. When he suggested an example that she will even tell us where the baby is, she interrupts and says, quote, in the garbage in a blue cooler, end quote. When asked where she reported in the GFL, Cortney says, quote, he said he put him in a black bag. The cooler's gone. The cooler is Brad's work cooler, end quote. Adding, quote, he put him inside the cooler and drove him up and down the road looking for a GFL that wasn't mine. What's a GFL? What's a GFL? I don't understand that. Looking for a GFL. Yeah, the baby was a boy. Garbage company trucks. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Looking for a dumpster. Okay. Okay. Voss asked Cortney why Cortney reported that it was related to Bradly going to jail last year. Fowler, let me turn this music off. Okay. Voss asked Cortney which vehicle he used to get rid of the body, and she identified her white truck. She is then asked how he got her in a position to unalive her. She explained how she pulled in her driveway, she had notified him she was up their road. She explained that she got to the house and talked to Rebecca for a few minutes, and Bradley walked up and pulled her out and said, quote, "I want to talk to you," end quote. Cortney described that the white truck was sitting out by the road and explained that, quote, "she didn't think anything of it, you know. Brad was supposed to be her stepdad," end quote. Cortney wanted to know where they were going and that Brad told her to take her ass in the house and don't worry about it. She said she went into the house because she didn't think he would hurt her. Bradley is reported to have returned to the house at 2230 hours and told her that he had taken Rebecca home. Cortney confronted him that he had not, and he told her that he had and that she would call her in the morning. Okay. Let's see here. They took the phone directly to Rich, but before their arrival, she said that Bradley told her, quote, "I'm telling you right effing now, don't say an effing word," end quote. Kimberly got the phone, and Rich and Cortney reported that Kimberly had called her and that she was taking the phone to the cops. Mm. Mm-mm-mm. Cortney said when she asked about her grandson, she said Bradley said, quote, "Oh, I just stuck him in a cooler, stuck him in a trash bag, and threw him in the trash," end quote. Wow. Oh my gosh. Cortney said that on Wednesday, November 26, 2025, in the morning, she confronted Bradley and asked him what he did. She reported what he told, quote, "I'm going to tell you once, and I'm going to tell you, and you're going to drop it, and you're going to shut the fuck up." He's like, quote, "I'm the reason your effing daughter's not here, and your life is upside down now," end quote. Why? Sorry, when she asked him why, she said Bradley said, quote, "Rich fucked with the wrong MRFer." She agrees this is all a revenge plot. Cortney said that when she asked him what he did to her daughter, quote, Bradley said, quote, "I slit her throat. The bitch deserved it," quote. She goes on to say that he said Rich deserved it too, and it just happened to be your daughter that's going to pay for it. She's a lying bitch. Mm-mm. Okay. Cortney said she knew that Kimberly told us that she hit Cortney, her, and hid the body. When asked how she knows that Kimberly told us this, Cortney said that Ashley reported Ashley is, quote, "rich baby mama." Ashley has a child with Richard Fowler. Voss asked how Bradley told her how he unalived Rebecca, and he said, quote, he told me that he slit her effing throat, end quote. When he asked how she told him that he cut the baby out, she said, quote, he had one of my scalpels. She denied that he said that. How did this is so bad written. How he did that, then said, quote, he just said that I cut him out and that was it. That was all he said, end quote. Sergeant Voss asked about the baby getting cut out, being put in a garbage bag and put into a blue cooler, and what he said about that. She said that he just said he took him and put him in a garbage bag and stuffed him in a cooler and threw him in a trash dumpster. She knows that there is a specific cooler because it was the cooler for his work and it's gone. She shows the size of the lunchbox and the size of the cooler and described it as a soft-sided cooler with hard plastic inside to keep the sides supported, and it has a black strap. Cortney reported the garbage bags came from her house, and she knows that's because she counts her garbage bags, and she noticed that 2 of her garbage bags are gone. Does anyone count their garbage bags? Okay, then. The hunting knife is described by Cortney as a green, having serrated blade on one side and a flat blade on the other side, and it is a fixed blade, not a folding knife. She is sure that Bradley used the knife. The knife was purchased at Walmart within the last year, and she provided a description of it. Cortney denied that Brentley knows anything. We took a break and moved Cortney to a different room. When asked about information he feels we should know and that we haven't already discussed, Bradley reports that he knows his lunch cooler is missing and describes it as being blue and Oregon Trail brand. He said it's big enough to hold an 8-pack of pop bottles. His description of the cooler is basically the same as Cortney's. He estimates it as has been missing for 2.5 weeks. He confronted Bradley that she is blaming him for dumping the body and putting the fetus in the lunchbox. It is explained that she is attempting to place blame on him. Bradley is confronted with a statement he made in the first interview that Rebecca was stabbed. Sergeant Voss, rather, asked him about the statement again, and that she knows she was stabbed. Lieutenant Pisker pointed out that both he and Cortney have reported on the scalpel, and that you don't need to make a stabbing motion with a scalpel to slice someone open. And it is pointed that Cortney said he is threatening her, including the parking lot, to them leaving for the interview on Monday. It is also shared that that she identified that it was revenge from Fowler turning on him last year on his offender violations. And he says that's bullshit. Bradly begins to tell us that, quote, I'm sure Cortney stabbed her because she did have a hunting knife, end quote. He reported that the case for the knife went into the trash bin and thinks it still might be in the bin. He identified that the knife went into the trash at Cadillac Shores. I guess that's a business. He reports that Cortney is the one who cut the baby out of Rebecca. He confirms that he witnessed this and it had taken place right where she is laying out on the trails behind the house. He confirms that is the reason he had told an officer to check the trails behind the house. He reported that he knew Rebecca had a bunch of leaves on her because Cortney buried her in the leaves where she was found. Bradly confirmed that a scalpel from the bedroom was used. When he was asked if the baby was alive when he cut the baby out, he responded no. He confirmed that it was just the two of them that were present. When Sergeant Voss asked when she stabbed her, where did she stab her? And Bradly said, quote, in the truck. When asked the location of Rebecca's body and Cortney, and if had Cortney stabbed her, he responded he didn't know as he jumped out of the truck. Bradly reported that Rebecca had gotten into the white truck voluntarily. He confirms that the plan to get the Tide Pods was legitimate and was unaware that the plan was to stab her. Bradly denied that there was a plan to do this. While in the pickup, Bradly said he was driving. Cortney was in the passenger seat and Rebecca was in the middle, claimed not to know what Cortney had told Rebecca to get into the truck. Initially, Bradly was at the house with Brentley. That's the an underage autistic child at the home. And he said he went outside to get away from everything so he didn't have to worry about Rebecca coming in. He denied getting a phone call from Cortney that they were in the driveway. When he got outside, Cortney and Rebecca were in the escape, and Cortney said she blew out a tire on the escape. So they got in the truck. From here, they get on the trail to the woods because the truck doesn't have a valid plate. Bradly said Cortney was mad because Rebecca was always bad-mouthing her and wouldn't give her a chance to be a mom. Bitch, you blew that years ago. Bradly confirmed that Cortney wanted a baby herself. Despite Cortney wanting a baby, Bradly said it was unrealistic to expect Cortney would be allowed to adopt the baby. Bradly described that the actual stabbing began when, quote, Cortney just, quote, grabbed a knife and started stabbing her, end quote. The knife had been down on Cortney's right. He said she stabbed her in the chest as far as he knew, but said he jumped out of the truck when Cortney started swinging, so he wasn't sure. How awful. Bradly knew they were on the trails and said he couldn't take the officers to the scene. Said he could take the officers to the scene, rather. Voss asked, what point did you realize that Rebecca was dead? And he identified that was after Cortney cut the baby out of her. He said that Cortney tried CPR on the baby. Bradly said that Rebecca was not in the truck when Cortney cut the baby out of her. He said that Cortney tricked her into getting into the truck and made her start he said that Cortney tricked her to get her out of the truck and made her start walking after she had already been stabbed. Rebecca walked behind the truck but was unable to run due to her pregnancy. My God. Good night, Joyous. Night, Cherry Lynn. Hey, Fun to Skate. That part really gets me right there. I don't know. I just get a mental image. No silence. I don't know if they'll ever locate the baby, to be honest with you. Completely Brandy. Okay. When Dr. Voss asked what Cortney did to unalive Rebecca, he explained that Cortney had Rebecca lay down as she was still alive and she cut the baby out of her. Bradly said he was beside the trail, telling Cortney that she doesn't need to do that and that's not right. They do not have the bag or the cooler that the baby is eventually put into at this time. Now that the baby is cut out, Bradly said they just left Rebecca there. He identified that he couldn't tell if she was dead or not. Cortney decided that they should head to the house, and Cortney is holding the baby on her lap as Bradly drives. Bradly said the baby never took a breath and that he never heard the baby cry. It took about 5 minutes to get back to the house. Bradly stated that Cortney took the baby into the house and into the room, and she was trying to perform CPR on the baby, which is on a towel on her bed. He also said he tried to perform CPR on the baby, but by doing chest compressions and breathing into his mouth. He said this went on for about 15 minutes after they arrived at the home. Bradly reported that Cortney went into the kitchen, got a garbage bag, and placed the baby in the garbage bag and went outside with the baby. He identified the cooler was in the bed of the white truck, and he saw the baby go into the cooler. He explained that the baby went into the cooler because the cooler can be zipped up and that it had the baby in it, and they disposed of the cooler. He had not seen. My God. They might have in other parts of the I haven't see, this is the thing. People think that they don't know it's not like you just cut a baby out and they survive. It doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. Uh-oh. And my camera died. I think it died. Hold on. Or did it unplug? 1 second. 1 second. 1 second, guys. Sorry. I'm back. Justin, I told you it was very, very bad. It's worse. It gets worse. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. I can't do it tonight. I just can't do it tonight. I don't trust a word about the baby boy. I don't think he'll ever be found. I really don't think he'll ever be found. And I'm telling you, Rebecca's mother, Cortney Bartholomew, is the ringleader. She's the one. Listen, I don't care who it is. Do that's close around you. I don't care if it's your mama, your daddy, your husband, your wife. Someone ever does something really bad and you know about it, do not hold the secret in. I tell you something, people know me. You better just not tell me. You better not tell me. Because as soon as I know, I am going straight to the police. Straight to the police. I am not taking a charge if we go fuck up. Because if I know, I have to tell the police. And if I don't tell the police, then I go with you. And that ain't going to happen. They should have been in prison. They should have stayed in prison. They're all a bunch of sex. Like they're terrible. You know what I mean? Thank you, April, baby. Appreciate you very much, honey. I mean, I understand, like, it would be very hard to call on your kid because you don't want to see your kid go to prison forever. I get it. But you got to do what you got to do. If you teach your kids to always do the right thing, then you got to do the right thing. They all knew. They all knew. Yvette. They all knew when they were asked. According to them, the baby never even took a breath. The Aurora is out tonight here. That's nice. I think it was last winter or something, the Aurora, they said you could see it even in the mid-Atlantic part of the United States here, especially if you like put up your phone can see it better. Yep. Bug. I'm telling you something. Like I met my birth mother at 12 years, 13, maybe 12 or 13 years old. And it's weird. It's very weird. Especially when you're a kid, it's very weird how because that you want a bond with them, but it's just not there. You know what I mean? Hey, Wolfie, I remember listening to her speak to a creator on Facebook, and the sound of her voice, she's evil as fuck. Yeah. They didn't spank the baby's butt. Well, it's not just spanking their butt. They gotta. It depends how long that baby didn't have oxygen, as well. Because after a mother dies, you only. I'm not a doctor, but you only have like a couple minutes, and they don't know how to get through the womb and stuff like that. Yeah, pugs. Yeah. What'd Wolfie say? Oh, I get it, Wolfie. It's a lot. It's a lot. Can you imagine the officers who did the interview and took the statements after they were done? Oh yeah. It's just amazing to me how she wanted a baby, but also took her child's life, the one that she didn't even raise. It's beyond anything I've ever seen. All right, guys, it is 12:37. I need to go to bed, I guess. And I guess you do too. Anyone laying in bed? I wish I was. They really are, Kelly. They really are. But I'm going to read it all. I'm going to be able to sort it out and read it and take it all in so I can. And I'll put it out on video, the whole affidavit be read and sped up and all that stuff. So look up Where the Wind Blows. What do you mean, baby? Look up Where the Wind Blows. Your name? It's Charmin's birthday. Is it Charmin's birthday? Charmin Clean. Happy birthday, Charmin Clean. Wow. The world is your oyster. It's up for you to find the pearls. And guess what, mother chicken? You did. What? Oh, on your YouTube. Gotcha. All right. It's okay. Oh, hold on one second. It's Sherry or Charmin? Do you pronounce it Sherry or Charmin? Is it the SHARI or is it SHARIM? Charmaine? It's not Charmaine. I can't fucking see. SHARIM. SHAR. I want to say it right. I don't believe she was planning on raising that baby. She might. Yeah. Sherry McLean. I call you Sean. My apologies. You called her Sherry. I called her Sherman. Oh my God. I thought it was so Sherry McLean. It's so difficult when there's no fucking spaces. Sometimes I've done that like a few times. I love you, babies. It's not you, it's me, I promise. It's me. It's just me. Squeeze the okay. Happy birthday, Mrs. Shari. The world is your oyster. It's up for you to find the pearls. And guess what, mother chickens? You did. Did you get you some birthday cake today? Did you get you some Reese's? This is an actual picture of the old lady while I was at the pharmacy. How she looked at me while I'm checking out with nothing but lube and Reese cups. This is my rendition of Happy Birthday, Mr. President, that I cannot sing, but I do it anyways, that the late, great Marilyn Monroe sang to John Fitzgerald Kennedy so many years ago. Cannot believe that song. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Sherry McLean. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Sherry McQueen. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'll be here all week. I am so dumb. I cannot believe I said your name was Charmin Clean. This should be vodka, but it's only water. Justin, look at the light. I'm looking at the light. Yeah. It depends on what it's. I don't have. I don't know. It is what it is. Yes, no more lies. You're just tired. Go to bed. I do things like that with the when it's not the spaces. Sometimes it's like it just confuses me. Love you, darling. Thank you so much for being here and putting up with me and all of that stuff. It's funny when you act a bit tipsy but aren't. Oh, you're funny. Love you, darlings. the lights outside. I got to see it. I actually thought about doing a YouTube channel with just because I have a really nice I guess I am tired. Damn. Telescope. And I thought about showing like the moon, and I can see you can see different planets sometimes and all that. Things it is. My brain's fried after that. I get silly. All right, guys. Much love. Appreciate you. You're amazing. You all are. Yes. Be safe out there. Keep your pearls protected. We have cloud coverage. Yeah. During the winter time, damn, it's always cloudy here. Thank you, guys. Is going to moon us. You'd cry. Love you guys. Good night, everyone. God bless.